everybody? Welcome back. Week 9 of the picks. We got Frank and Earl in the studio. How we doing today, boys?
Doing all right.
Doing pretty good.
Chilling.
That's good. That's good. Last week we went 3-2 for the lock picks. The Falcons
Yikes.
got trounced, and the Bengals also got beat by the Jets, who are in their first win on the NFL season.
Ooh, I had a bad week.
Yeah. Overall, Cut edged it out again at 10-3 with Earl and myself going 9-4. This is my worst pick because the Packers have really looked the best they have in a while. And Frank
My
finished.
my 10 plus hit.
Yeah, it did. And Frank had a 7-6 week, so fell a little bit behind. But you're still not in last place, buddy.
All right, so we're joining Cut in the other studio because he couldn't make it for the regular Thursday recording. How you doing, Cut?
Hop, guys. Chilling. Having a good fucking week, apparently.
Yeah, so last week you went 10-3. We went over the records during the regular show. We all picked the Ravens, who ended up dominating the Dolphins. But
Hell yeah.
you don't
Love that.
see the rest of the team scores because it's all fair. So
Yeah.
who do you got for starting with the Bears?
Bears, Bengals. So I don't know if old man is playing for the Bengals, but I still think I take the Bengals. I like the Lions over the Vikings, Packers over the Panthers, Chargers over the Titans, Patriots over the Falcons. Patriots are going to win out, make the playoffs, win the Super Bowl. It's going to happen. Niners over the Giants. Giants are not going to win anything now that Scatterboo's gone. I like the Colts over the Steelers. I think the Colts are going to keep rolling, get bumped out first round of playoffs they play. Broncos over the Texans. Texans have a really good defense, but I think Broncos are too much for them. Raiders and Jags. I like the no, I'll take the Jags there. Jags over the Raiders. Rams over Saints. This one's probably the game of the week. Everyone's probably looking at this like the AFC Championship game. I don't think it's going to be that, but I will take the Chiefs over the Bills. Seahawks over the Commanders. And Cowboys over the Cardinals. And for a score, let's go 24-14.
All right, so Cut's picks are solidified. Patriots are doing good. Any last words before we send it back to the main studio for the other boys?
Drake May's the GOAT. Go Patriots. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, we're gonna send it back to JT in the main.
Nope, I'll get back.
Yeah. So, date night for Cut. That means Earl's going to be picking first. So, Earl, whenever you're ready, Ravens, Dolphins, Thursday Night Football.
All right, I'm taking the Ravens as well. I'm gonna pick the Bears in this one, even though they let me down last week. They are who we thought they were. Lions
You said
by
Bears.
10,
You said
10 plus.
You said Bears, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
plus. Yep. Packers in a blowout. Chargers probably going to be a blowout. The Titans are terrible, even though I like Cam Ward. Patriots, they're a tough 6-2 right now. They're playing hard. Now, granted, I don't think they've played some good teams, but they did beat the Bills when they played them, so give them some credit.
Bradle.
Yep. I got to go with the Niners here, losing to the Falcons last week, or the Texans getting embarrassed. Scattaboo breaking his ankle or whatever happened. Scatabo, whatever.
Scattaboo.
Colts been beating people down. I'm taking the Broncos here. They're a good team. The Texans, I do think, are better than their record. boy. I'm gonna go with the Jags here. Rams, Saints suck. Bills at home. Until I see Josh Allen beat Patrick Mahomes, I'm gonna take the Chiefs. Man, I actually looked at this game to see who was the favorite. The Commanders are a favorite by a lot, and I can't figure out why. I guess because they're the home team, but the Seahawks play well on the road. Give me the Seahawks. Cowboys. Cardinals can't fucking buy a win. We'll do 24-13.
All right. Frank, you had that week last week. Time to bounce back. Ready whenever you are.
All right. Oh, what the heck? Now my hold on one sec. Computer wants to be dumb.
I know the feeling.
We're live on the air.
Fuck it! We'll do it live!
All right. So Ravens Dolphins tonight. I'm gonna go Ravens. Bears Bengals. I'm gonna pick the Bengals in this one. Vikings Lions. So let me just say something about Carson real quick. That dude was been playing with a dislocated shoulder and some other massive injuries in that shoulder from the hit he took in London. And it is funny when that came out that he was done for the year. A bunch of Vikings fans turned on KOC. This was the first time, I think, in Carson's career that I have heard the majority of fans going, like, defending the guy, even against Kirk Herbstreit's comments when he basically called Carson a bitch for throwing his helmet and being pissed on the sideline in the Chargers game. So thank you, fans, for defending my GOAT, Carson Wentz. I think he's done, right? I think his career's done after this year. So thank you for entertaining me for the last almost 10 years. But I'm going Lions here. I think JJ's just not ready for the bright lights. Panthers, Packers. I'm going Packers. Chargers, Titans. I'm going to take Chargers here. I'm going to take the Patriots over the Falcons. I'm going 49ers over the Giants. I actually think the Steelers win this game over the Colts. The Colts' luck is going to run out. Daniel Jones will Daniel Jones at some point. If you can stop Jonathan Taylor, Daniel Jones will Daniel Jones. I'm going to go Broncos over Texans. Jags over the Raiders. Rams over the Saints. Yeah, and I think Chiefs win this one. The NFL Golden Boys, so they'll get the calls. Is what's his face still out? Jaden Daniels.
I'm gonna guess not,
No,
dude.
he's
I gotta
back.
assume he's playing, dude, because they gave it's a way bigger. They're a way bigger favorite than I would have thought for this game.
I'll go Commanders. I think if Jaden Daniels is playing, it's Commanders. Both teams, and then Monday night games, both teams are ass. I'll go Cowboys here. 27-24. I think it'll be close.
All right, got a lot of similar picks. It was Lamar Jackson who got the ping pong tables out of the locker room. He was like, "We're sucking. We don't deserve that shit." So
I love it.
So that was veteran leadership. There was discourse in the locker room, and then reports later came out that Lamar Jackson came out and said, "Yeah, motherfuckers, it was me." I'm gonna go Bengals here. I'm gonna ride the Frank train on that pick. Lions, probably the best team in the NFL. I'll never pick against the Packers again. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking last week, so sorry, Green Bay. Chargers here for sure. The Titans, not good. Patriots, looking strong. I agree with Earl's comments. Without Scabadoo, the 49ers have enough. I'm going to go Colts here. I think their train doesn't fall off this week. Aaron Rodgers is going to be so mad if he loses again. The Broncos, I don't even know. They're just hot for the moment, man. Coming back that fourth quarter, then stomping out the Cowboys, dude. So they're on fire. Jags, Rams, Rams. I'm gonna go Bills here, actually. I like Josh Allen. I think losing the divisional game to the Patriots really sucked. So I think they're gonna win this division. Well, this isn't a divisional game, but
Dude, if James Cook can go off,
yeah.
they have a really, really good chance.
I'm gonna go the Seahawks on the road. I heard trade reports that Kirk Cousins might finally be leaving the Falcons, and one of the landing spots was the Commanders because Jaden McDaniels can't stay healthy. One of the landing spots was the Vikings because what if JJ gets hurt again? Another landing spot was the Browns. So I mean, like, how hilarious would it be for him to go back to either the Commanders or the Vikings?
He could not come back to the Vikings. That'd be cool.
Yeah, then it would just be like, what are you doing, Bears? And I'll do another upset. I need some wins. We're in week 9, so I'm gonna go Cardinals here. And they're gonna score 21 to Dallas's 17 because Dallas's offense didn't look too good.
Their defense is terrible.
Yeah, and there is reports that Jerry's trying real hard to get Mr. 5 sacks to set a franchise record for the Browns, Myles Garrett. So in the next coming days, we might see Myles Garrett trade to the Cowboys, which would be crazy. But yeah, you guys have any last words for the
Sorry,
picks?
I just realized I had to change my fantasy lineup, so I am doing that.
We good.
My bad, boys.
It's all good. No, not much to say, man. It's an interesting year so far. That's all I really have to say. It's been an
It has
interesting
been
NFL
rough.
year.
Yeah, a lot of injuries.
I also I don't want to sound negative, like a negative Nancy here, but does it feel like the games aren't like they have been, like, competitive wise? Like a lot of the games I've watched just have felt kind of blah.
I've had a hard time connecting with the NFL this year, and I don't exactly know why.
Yeah, I've watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched way less football than I have in previous years.
If it isn't the Lions, I hardly watch. I don't know.
It's felt very blah. Like, I haven't watched a lot of games either, and it's not like the product that they've put out on the field in the past where you're like, yeah, it's kept you. And I just feel, yeah, like college football to me this year is more like just nuts and wild.
I personally think that New York is ruining the NFL by those terrible call-ins that they're telling people on the field, the reverse calls. Like,
shit, dude.
that's one of them was a non-reviewable play, and the other, they just completely changed that call by just saying, "Hey, you gotta switch it." And I'm just sitting here like, this is like borderline cheating. Like,
Right.
let's see those guys on the board's bank accounts or something, because like the call that Jared Goff, I'm a Packers fan, and the call that Jared Goff touchdown back, complete horseshit, 100%.
was.
So
Yep.
like, and it all came from a call from New York saying you gotta call it back. No, that's not how football's ever worked.
Yeah.
So that had me so worked up that I'm just like, what can we trust anymore? You know, the NBA is
You
going
show
through this
me
scandal.
where Jared Goff established himself behind the center.
Exactly, there isn't any.
All he did was smack the center on the ass to tell him, like, "Hey, I'm going in motion."
Yeah,
Yeah, or the TJ Hawkinson catch against the Eagles. Like,
Awful.
yeah.
yeah, the refs told TJ Hawkinson on the field, "Hey, that's a catch. That's a touchdown." Then they review it, and then
Yep.
he's being told by New York is saying, "Nah, it's not a catch." When the previous week, Travis Kelce picks up a ball off the ground, and they're like, "Yep, that's a catch."
Yep. I still don't know why Dan Campbell didn't challenge that. The only thing I can think is he was trying to save his timeouts.
And then another thing I don't like is that football hitting the wire and then New York calling
Yep.
the announcers and making them apologize on
Yeah.
TV. Like, what horse shit are you trying to sell us? It changed directions.
It doesn't just
optical illusion.
a ball
Al
doesn't just
Michaels
go.
fucking was
"Ah."
salty as shit too. I loved it.
Yeah, so like all that stuff going on, I just focus on college football. And I've been watching like shit. I watched Notre Dame versus USC. That was one of the best games of the season, all the way up
It
until
was a
those
good
like
one.
final 2 drives for like college football. But I still don't know how Notre Dame's ranked that high. Like, fuck off, dude. You lost to your only ranked opponent and you beat nobodies and you were like 14th.
Well, they've
Yeah.
had 2 good losses, or really, I
Good
guess 3
losses.
good losses now.
Yeah. So, but that coach is not going to go to Penn State.
No.
So, all right, boys. Well, thanks for being here. We'll get cut segment in, and y'all have a blessed weekend.
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
you
See you,
too.
boys.